It's cruise day!
Yay! And it's brand new cruise line day for us.
It is. You can see behind us we have P&O Iona.
Yeah.
Never been on P&O before.
We haven't, but we're getting too ahead of ourselves. Before we start, if you're new here,
I'm David.
and I'm Mark,
And we are
the
Doddles.
Come along with us for a 5-night jaunt
Yes.
on P&O's Iona. We're going to
Rotterdam and Zeebrugge. Zeebrugge?
Zeebrugge.
Or does that sound like I'm saying bugger? Zeebrugge.
Zeebrugge.
I am Zeebrugge of the group. Anyway, welcome to a quite cold but dry Southampton.
Yes.
So it's very nice because when we were last in Southampton getting on board Cunard, it was raining cats and dogs.
Yeah.
And it wasn't pleasant. So at least it's dry this time.
Yes. This time, there's a few firsts for us in this video. First P&O
Yes.
cruise. First time we've travelled from a faraway place to the port on cruise day.
Yes.
If you know us, we always like to say arrive the day before. Well, we've booked our own trend and we've arrived this morning.
Yes. We got up quite early. Got up at 6 a.m. Was on the road by about 7:15.
Yeah, and then it took about 4.5 hours.
Yeah, to get down here. We did have a bit of squeaky bum time because there was traffic, there was an accident. It doesn't look like anyone was injured, but there was a lot of traffic on the M6 going south.
Yeah.
Which we posted on the Facebook group for this cruise, and it seems there were a few people that were also stuck in there. We just bumped into some people that said they saw us post on the Facebook group and were like, oh, we were stuck in that as well.
Yeah.
We're here now.
We're here and we parked again at Triangle car parks.
Yeah, really handy. I think it's a lot cheaper than CPS, which is kind of the main parking part.
Oh, we're at Ocean Terminal, I don't know if we said that.
Oh, no, I don't think we have. We're really good at this, can you tell?
But we parked up and we dropped our baggage off and it was super quick. It was so fast. In fact, I didn't really get a chance to film it because it kind of happened before I realised it was happening. And
yeah, because I walked over to one of the places or to some of the staff and I was like, oh, where do we drop our suitcase off? And they're like, oh, let me check your luggage tag, which we put on before we got here.
We did. Oh, yes, the P&O is a cruise line where you have to print your own luggage tags before you arrive. I think they will print it here for you if you're stuck, if you don't have a printer. Yes,
but anyway, they looked at that and they're like, oh, we can take that for you, and just took it and put it through. And we're like, oh, okay, bye.
Bye, case.
Hopefully we see it again.
And then I just went and got a coffee, which I thought was good value, actually. £3.20.
It was a cart just outside the entrance to the
terminal.
terminal.
I thought it was going to be like extortionate.
Captive audience,
and they know people want coffee, but it's not too bad at all.
No.
And we spoke to a lovely lady. We said, oh, so at the minute it's about, what, 11:30?
Yes. What time is it now? It's currently 12:25.
Oh gosh, that hour's gone quick.
Yes.
Oh, boarding time isn't till 2:30, but they
dentist time.
Oh yeah. But the lovely lady we just spoke to said that they seem to be boarding people just as and when. So I think we're going to turn up and just chance it.
Even if we can just get in the building, if we can't check in, at least we'll be out of the cold and in somewhere. And if it does start raining, because there are some gloomy looking clouds around, then we'll be safe.
Yes. So. Oh, do you know what else? Random, just come to my head. We've got a drinks package on this one.
We have. Aren't you lucky?
This might be a
Who knows what state we're going to be in? Because I want to get. I now we bought a drinks package. I need to get my money's worth.
This is the Brits in us. Then is like we need to get.
I paid for it. Yeah. I'm having it. It is limited to 15 drinks per person.
So we need to have 15 drinks a day.
So we need to have 15 drinks a day.
But also drink responsibly.
Oh, and not only did we go for the drinks package, we went for the deluxe drinks package.
We'll tell you more about that when we're on board, because we're wittering on. Let's get this video started.
Oh, but before we do, we went to see the Titanic Keystone.
Oh, one thing we didn't know is, obviously, we knew Titanic set sail from Southampton, but we didn't know there is a memorial to it. There's a plaque, as David just said. So we went and had a look at that, and then apparently behind my head, I'm blocking it with my big head, on the other side of the port from where Iona is.
We can't really get to it right now.
Yeah, so if Iona is where my head is now is where Titanic sailed from on her maiden voyage. And apparently if you can
it went perfectly fine.
Apparently if you can get there, the mooring points, what are they called? The place where they tie the ropes, are orange to signify that that's where she was.
Ah.
So that's lovely, isn't it? Nice little fact for you.
Fact fans.
That's
what you're here for.
Anyway, let's get on the ship and start our holiday.
Bye!
Bye then.
Welcome to our cabin.
We're in the room.
We're in the room.
We last left you on the port side, I think.
We did, yes.
Where we were saying about that the lovely lady had said that it was a bit quieter for boarding right now, so we could probably try to get on board early.
So, yeah, we didn't ask. We just rocked up. Well, because we'd gone to use the toilet, and then she said, oh, it's quiet. Bring your stuff. So we did.
We did. Yeah, so we would say, I suppose we would advise, always stick to your boarding time.
Yes.
We were just lucky today that when we arrived, it was early but quiet, so we didn't take anyone's place.
No.
We basically just sailed through. Check-in was super simple.
Yeah, again, sail through check-in.
Really did. One thing I will say about check-in, pre-boarding, you get an email saying about things to do before you...
Well, for your online check-in.
For your online check-in, so it says, upload a picture to save time at check-in. So we uploaded a picture.
And I said to the woman, I was really proud of myself, and I got, we went up to the lady that was checking us in, and I was like, we've already done our pictures.
And she said, it doesn't matter, we take them again anyway. So, don't bother.
So I specifically asked, so it doesn't matter if you do your picture online trip now.
No, it doesn't matter, so don't bother.
Don't bother. Don't put you through the self-critical phase of taking pictures that you don't like. Let them take one that you'll never see. So you never have
Exactly, that's a good point, yeah.
There you go.
But after having our picture taken, we got the OK to board stamp.
Yes.
We did, and then we sailed on through Embarkation. Oh, security.
Security.
Super simple again.
Yeah, we just got told where to go and didn't have to wait.
Where to go. Sling your rock.
But we didn't have to wait long.
Well, no.
That's the point.
So, you know us, we're going to flip-flop all over the place with our brain farts.
Or thong, depending where you live.
Oh, flip-flop.
The jokes have begun, people!
So we last left you, stood on the dockside at about 1:45, 1:45. Yes. We were on the ship by 1:10. So that was sailing through really check-in quick. And through security, walked straight on the ship. Super simple.
Yes, and then we came to the room to pick... Oh, what were you going to say?
I think I'm about to say the same thing.
So we came to the room to pick up the cruise cards because we've, as I've already said, we've paid for a drinks package and I want to get my money's worth.
So we wanted to break open the drinks package.
Because they said the rooms probably wouldn't be ready till about 1:30ish, but we could go pick our cruise cards up.
Yes,
so we did. Bumped into Lord, who is our cabin steward.
Yeah,
lovely.
Very
friendly. Recognised us, we came up and said, you're in there. I was like, how do you know? So
yeah, how did she know?
Must have the pictures or something. I don't know. Anyway, got there. Our suitcase already outside the door.
Very impressed. 1:10.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, we actually dropped our suitcase off at 11.
Something like that, yeah.
I think.
So, in the grand scheme of things, quite quick. And then I asked if we could drop our hand luggage off in the room, because if you've seen our MSC vlog series, we shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, we should have.
Well, we were told to, and then we got told off by the room steward for doing it. Yeah. So this one said, oh, can we drop our hand luggage off? I said, yeah, your room's ready. Drop it off.
Room is ready. Luggage is already here. What a fab way to start.
Yeah, lovely. Room is delightful.
I would say first impressions. We're in an interior room. What have we told you? Have we told you them?
No, we haven't.
Okay, we're in an interior room.
We are so professional. You guys are so lucky to have us in your lives.
I will say, if you want to watch informative YouTube videos of all of the facts about the ship,
with a through-line story,
we're probably not the channel. But if you want to just experience holidays with us as they happen, come along. Especially, I will say, especially when it's a brand new ship, brand new cruise line.
Yeah. Embarkation
days are hectic at the best of times, but when it's brand new, we are going to be all over the place.
Yes.
Squirrel. What were we saying?
So we have basically come into the room, everything's ready.
First impressions, that's what.
First impressions. I am enjoying it.
Yes. Me too.
It is similar to our thoughts on Cunard in the decor that we've seen so far has seemed quite mild and calming.
Calming, yeah.
Weirdly, in the room, slight Greg's vibes again.
Yeah.
Blue and yellow.
Yeah. Golds and blues.
Golds and blues and yellows. So
yeah.
Maybe Greg's have got shares.
I'm liking it so far because we were quite nervous. If you've watched previous videos, the only other bigger ship, shall I say, that we've done is MSC Virtuosa. Virtuosa. And we didn't like it. It was too big, too busy, too big.
And it was garish.
Yeah. First impressions of this ship is, yes, it's big, and the sort of the embarkation-y bits we've been to so far have been busy, but the decor is very calming again.
Yes, enjoying it. But we're going to go for a wander.
We're going to go for a wander and get some food, I think.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Feed me.
So come along with us.
And we need to line our stomachs for all the drinks we're going to have. Make use of the drinks package.
Yes, get that started. So come along, see what we find.
Don't eat this ice cream if you're easily offended. Welcome back.
That was our explorations.
Yes. One thing I'm going to say first off, we're going to try and not do what we did on QNAD where we did a lot of updates from the room. But with that being said,
Embarkation Day.
It is Embarkation Day.
And the ship areas are busy.
Busy!
So again, we don't want to be in people's way. And also, it's quite self-conscious talking to a camera in front of people. So,
yes.
Yeah.
But we will, going forward, when it's a bit quieter, when everything's died down a little bit, try and do some more stuff out and about so that you're not just constantly in this room with us.
Yeah.
Going stir
It's
crazy.
a nice room it is, though.
Cabin fever.
Yeah. So what have we done? It's been a whirlwind, guys. It's been a whirlwind.
It has. So we first of all went to get some food.
We went to the Quays.
Yes, people have said this before, to go to the Quays, and I was recommended to get a katsu curry.
Yeah, so the Quays, correct me if I'm wrong, we're newbies, correct us in the comments if we're wrong, but there's 3 food stations. There's a fish and chips, there's a
Asian
fusion, and then there's a American diner.
Grill thing.
Yeah, so David had the katsu curry.
From the Asian fusion.
Yeah, did you like?
It was nice. I was pleasantly surprised. I got it thinking, oh, this will be meh, but pleasantly surprised. Not as good as you're going to get from Wagamama's. And I'm sure people that eat a lot of chicken katsu out there will probably think me saying Wagamama's is sacrilege. But that is my standard of katsu curry.
Yes.
And so it wasn't as good as that, but still very good and very quick. I went up to the stand where the guy was, and there was no queue. And I said, "Can I have a katsu curry, please?" And he said,
There, done. Yes, I went to the American diner and had a Sin City burger, I think it was called. It was really nice, actually. I was very impressed.
I did have a bite of it. Yeah. I can confirm. It was tasty.
Burger with bacon and chicken, cheese, and onions and garlic mayo. So now I stink of garlic.
And bread and chips and
yeah, that was it.
green and yellow and blue.
Yeah. But it was really, really nice, actually. I was pleasantly surprised. Good. Bear in mind, so that's an included dining option.
Yes.
Think cost us anything extra?
No. We did have to wait a little while for a bar server to come to us so we could order our first drinks of the voyage.
Of the drinks package?
Yes. So you had a Prosecco. I was like, I'm having something that you can only get on the deluxe package, which was a large glass of wine.
A large Sauv.
A large Sauvignon.
The only thing that's slightly annoying about the drinks package is you can only order a drink every 15 minutes. And I understand that for alcoholic beverages. Once every 15 minutes is fine. But we are thirsty, or we were thirsty sat there. And
for drink. Get your mind out the gutter.
So both of us wanted a glass of wine and a soft drink, like a Pepsi Max.
Yes.
You can't order two drinks at the same time, even if it's one alcoholic and one non-alcoholic.
Yeah,
so
it's a bit frustrating, but
we had to quench our thirst while eating with wine.
It's a first world problem. We're fully aware.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't have a Pepsi Max with my wine.
Whilst we were in the Quays, though, apologies, we didn't get your name.
No, we didn't. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but it was lovely. So, a lady who said that her son watches our videos.
Yeah.
And asked if her son could have a picture with us. So that was.
We did. Yes.
Yeah. So it was lovely to meet you. Thank you.
We didn't know we had that young a demographic watching the channel.
No.
So thank you very much.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then we went for a little wander.
We did.
We bumped into someone, Peter, who incidentally doesn't watch the channel, but saw that we were wearing these and asked if we were doing videos and stuff.
The branding's doing its job.
It is. So we spoke to him for a bit, and then he introduced us to his, I'm going to assume, he was wearing a wedding ring, so I'm assuming husband. They've been together for 42 years, Andrew. So we went down and spoke to them for a little bit.
We sat with them in the glass house.
Yes. And at the glass house, we realised that in our deluxe package, Lanson champagne is included.
So we had 2 glasses of Lanson.
One each.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, 2 in total.
I'm feeling quite giddy, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Need to slow down.
So we had some lovely drinks with them, and then they told us about Anderson's, which is a gin bar on board, where there is a gin distillery.
Distillery, yes.
It's not currently open. We will be back.
Yeah, we need to investigate that. Yeah. Because next to the distillery, there's Anderson's library.
Yes.
Which looked like a really nice area to sit.
Chilled, relaxed.
Yeah.
Delightful.
I like the look of that place.
Yes.
But is that where you sit and drink your gin, or is that separate?
Yes. And then we've been told our muster station for today is the Headliners Theatre.
Yeah, so today we are having to do a full, what they call it, enhanced muster. So apparently twice a year by regulatory law, cruise lines have to do a more thorough muster.
I think it's basically a full, I think the woman, when we got on board, the lady that we saw said it was like a full, they don't call us sailors, do they? What do they call us on here? But basically it was a full drill. So I think we've got to go, everyone goes at the same time. We've been told it's about 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, everyone has to go to their muster station.
It's currently about 3:30, so still got time for another drink before it starts.
Yeah. But we'll let you know what, afterwards we'll let you know what was involved with a full muster, if that should ever happen. So they emailed us, didn't they, a few days before boarding to say that you were going to be having this enhanced buffet.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall so far, very
really
impressed.
Like it.
Enjoyed the food. I am judging by their quick service food, I'm hopeful.
Yes, me
because
too.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful for the rest of it. We've got chef's table booked tomorrow, which is a limited thing for the gala night, so that won't be in this video. So
That's tomorrow.
you will have to subscribe if you want to see that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, so my brain again is flipped back to
Squirrel.
when we were in the glass house, sitting in
Yeah.
the atrium.
Oh yes.
So she is
Huge.
a big ship. Like, she is a big ship, isn't
Mm.
she? And the atrium is lovely. I did feel like I was sitting in an airport departure lounge, if I'm honest.
We have heard that, because I think people have said about the Keel and Cow, which is a really nice steak place on board.
Yeah.
But it's part of the atrium, and now I've seen it, I understand what people say when they say it feels like you're eating in an airport lounge.
It's a very open,
Yes.
yeah, which is lovely to sit and have a drink, but
I remember standing at the top, when I first saw it, standing at the top looking down and going, wow, this is vast. There's a lot of open space. And the corridors are quite wide. Not so much the corridors for the cabins.
No, but like the main corridors.
Yeah.
Are huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Doesn't feel like we're on a ship. It'd be interesting once we get going to see how it feels.
Yeah, it is one of those, once you're on, you forget you're on a ship.
Yeah.
Ship.
We could be in a hotel or shopping mall.
Yeah. What are we doing now?
I think now we should maybe unpack the stuff that we're going to wear tonight. We have bought some crease release spray based on your lovely suggestions.
But, sorry to shut you down, I think we should go and investigate
The laundrette.
the laundrette situation so we can report back on if it's any better than Queen Anne.
Yes. Should we take some clothes with us so if it's empty we can iron?
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that. And if we can't, we'll come back and use crease release spray. And then I want to go get another drink.
Okay, bye.
Ooh, look at this. All to ourselves.
Ooh. Yay, 2 irons.
2 irons! And look how clean it is! That's how it should be, if you're forcing us. Join me now as I talk you through an ironing tutorial. You press the timer, you wait for it to heat up, and then you spend your life going backwards and forwards.
Success.
Part success. My iron.
Oh no, let's first of all do the good things.
Okay.
2 irons. So there's a laundrette per floor, we like to believe.
Yes.
And there's 2 irons in there. So
Right. And
Why
loads
not?
of washing machines that are
Yeah.
apparently free to use.
free to use, and it looks like they're the ones that dispense the fluid. What's it called?
Washing detergent
Oh, yeah, that's it.
into the drum itself, so you don't have to load it yourself.
Yeah. So-
However, my iron pissed water all over my clothes. So, trick is try it without the steam setting on first, I would say, because I think it was because the iron timed out, turned itself off, and then it was still trying to pump water out for the steam, and it went all over everything. So I'm going to let it dry naturally and see. Hopefully there won't be watermarks.
Anyway, this is thrilling. Bye.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
See me alright, Pastor Station Z, you ready?
Pardon me. Cheers to you. Bon voyage. I'm stepping back in time. Oh, I'm funny, aren't I? Lol. So following the ironing...
Yeah, we went up to the Crow's Nest, I think was our next port of call.
Deck
Look at that.
17? Right at the front.
Oh.
Let me consult my handy little map. It's deck 17.
Thrilling. We really like that. That gave us Commodore Club vibes on Cunard. So lovely place I think we will frequent of an evening.
I think that's good nightcap territory. And it's by the 4 lifts. And the lifts at the 4 of the ship. There are 8 lifts.
Can I just say, you're talking about lifts now, so I'm talking about lifts in my head. The lifts are tiny.
They are really small,
like capacity-wise. And today, with it being Embarkation Day, the lifts are busy and it's cramped.
Yes, it is very cramped.
But you were saying it's by the 4 lifts. Our cabin is by the 4 lifts. So
the lifts at the 4 of the ship.
Yeah, so it's good to just pop up.
And they have 4 candles in there.
In the Commodore's Club, in the Crow's Nest, I had a really nice cocktail.
You did?
A rhubarb Bellini.
But what did you have?
A rhubarb Bellini. But it wasn't, it was a rhubarb Bellini.
Oh yeah, they'd smashed the words together.
Very nice. And you had a gin and tonic.
Yeah, I had a Monkey 47 because I'll be damned if I have a gin that is not on the deluxe menu.
Is that your aim?
That's my aim. Monkey 47 is on the deluxe menu. I think it was Bombay and Gordon's on the classic menu. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, I am not. Because I could do with Bombay Sapphire. I would drink Bombay, but not when I can have a deluxe one.
Yeah. Oh, and when we were in the Crow's Nest, we bumped into Cruising with the 4Bs.
Ooh, we did.
We had a lovely chat. So hello to Tom, Rachel,
Alice and Ernest.
Yes.
Lovely to see you all.
It was lovely. And then that chat got interrupted by the...
A very selfish...
the muster drill.
Yes, so it was a full muster. So we didn't have to come back to the cabin and collect our life jackets, which was good, but everyone had to go to their muster stations at the same time. Yeah. So we were muster station A, which on Iona is decks 6 and 7, the headliners theatre.
So it was in the theatre. It was like a full sit down, go through everything. So I think we were in there for about 20 minutes.
Yes, and then the captain came on, did an announcement, and then the people in the room said, everyone stay seated whilst we wait for the captain to give us the all clear to leave, because then we'll do it in a structured way to not overwhelm the staircases and the lifts.
Because we are not the only muster station. There are other big muster stations.
There are loads of other muster stations.
They were trying to stagger people, but being British people, they would not stay in their seats.
We don't know if everyone was British, to be fair.
I'm guessing. No, who gets up at first when the plane lands? British people.
So we stayed sat. We were good. We were good little people.
Up, and the people were like, "We told you all to sit down." They must have said about 4 times, 5.
Everyone stay seated. If you want to get safely back to your cabin, please stay seated. And then more people got up.
Yeah, because once one person's got up, then people
it's herd mentality, and it's like, I don't want to miss out.
I'll go as well then. So we stayed like good boys, sat in our seats.
We did. So if you are ever doing a full muster, please just stay sat down, because it must be so frustrating for the staff.
For the staff, yeah.
For the crew, even.
But we paid for being good boys, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because by the time we got out of the theatre, we wanted to watch Sail Away. So we had to run, because we weren't allowed to use the lifts.
No.
Well, it was suggested not to use the lifts so that people with disabilities could use them, which is fair enough.
Yes.
So we were on deck 6. We wanted to get up to deck 17, 18. So we
ran up the stairs.
Power walked up the stairs.
We survived.
And we watched the Sail Away. And it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was lovely. We took a while to find the right place, because it'd been a new ship. At first we were at the side of the ship, and then we went up a floor, and then we realised we were at the front of the ship and you couldn't see anything. And then we walked all the way to the back of the ship.
Yeah. So if you want a good Sail Away prime spot after the ship, on the pavilion and the infinity pool deck.
Yes.
Is it pavilion?
Pavilion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's deck 16. and there's deck 18 is... So deck 16 is the infinity pool, deck 18 is the pavilion pool.
Yes.
We did see an even better one further down,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I think, let me consult my trusty map. That was the sunset bar on deck 8.
Oh,
That's
so
where
we
should have
ran
gone.
from deck 8
We messed up
all the
royally.
way up to deck 17 and then realised we should have been down at deck 8.
We ran from deck 6.
Okay, so we could have done 6 to 8.
Yeah.
Well, you learn.
Oh well.
You learn.
But think of all the calories we've lost. Which means I can continue to drink this.
Yes. But I will just FYI, yes, we've got the drinks package, but not every video is us going to be drinking and getting drunk.
No, and I don't want to get drunk.
No.
Like,
We'll have a good time.
I don't think I'm drunk now. Judge for yourselves. But we like a couple of drinks. We never like getting drunk.
Well, I do sometimes.
Well. Snip. Cut this out.
Not on camera, I don't mean.
No,
I just mean
okay.
in life.
Yes.
Anyway, it is 6:10. We're going to head to the main dining room tonight for our evening meal. So we're going to get changed.
We are.
And then we'll head out, have some food, see what happens. There's a show tonight, someone doing Pink.
Yes. I was going to say Liz Truss. I don't think she's doing Pink.
Maybe she's had a new career change.
Internet's not great, guys.
With him saying the internet's not good, we haven't paid for Wi-Fi. We refuse to pay for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, spooky. Join me for a ghost story.
Halloween episode.
Liz Jones.
Liz Jones, not Liz Truss.
As Pink.
So she's doing a tribute to Pink.
To be fair, I would go and see Liz Truss doing Pink.
Can you imagine?
That would be hilarious.
Anyway, that's at 8:30. We've got 2 hours to get
Who
ready.
knew that Pink was opening up new pork markets? If you know, you know.
Yeah.
We're going to get dressed.
Good evening.
Good evening. We are evening attire ready.
Casual evening.
Yes, in the
smart,
programme.
casual, whatever
Casual.
it's called.
In the programme it says tonight is evening casual. It says basically, well, I'll put it on the screen, you don't want to hear me talking.
We're staring it.
Yes, so we're off for the main dining room.
Are we listening?
Yeah, they did say we were going to when we were on that corner.
Ooh.
Weird. We're going to the main dining room. We're booked into, well, we're not booked into, we've joined the virtual waiting list for
Aqua.
Yes. So you have to...
Hi again.
I said, I bet we keep seeing you.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, yes, so we are kind of booked into the main dining room. We're going to Aqua, but we have to join a virtual waiting list. On screen is what we had to do. There's apparently 17 people ahead of us in the queue, so we're going to go.
We don't know how quickly that runs through, but the reason I booked Aqua is because it is next to Anderson's, which we talked about earlier,
The gin
which
bar.
is the gin bar. So we thought, join the queue, go have a drink in the gin bar, and wait for our table. The gin's really nice, but the tonic tastes like cat's piss.
that needs to be loved? What about trust? What about the brightest colors fill my head. I'm living your dreams and keeping me away. They're keeping me away. Guess what? I'm having more fun. Please be outstanding, but this job has peaked.
Welcome to our boudoir. We're in bed. Welcome. So we last left you, I believe, in
I have no idea.
the gin bar, I think.
Oh, what's it called?
Arting Stalls.
Yes.
Is it Arting Stalls?
Something like that. Arty.
What is it called? No, we need to know, Pooh.
Archibald.
It's not Archibald's. Anderson's.
It's called Anderson.
It's called Anderson's. We've just looked on the map.
Yeah, and you might remember earlier in the video when we were doing a wander around, we found the distillery and we didn't really know what it was about. But we asked the server about it. And
Well, actually, to be fair, the server picked up, because we were very particular about the gins we were ordering in the gin bar.
we're
And
very
the
particular people.
Yes, and the server picked up on it and was like, "You seem like gin people. Did you know we do a gin making class?
Yeah. Gin blend.
Gin blend.
Blending.
And it's tomorrow,
Yeah.
and
We booked down.
we're booked on. So you won't see that in this video.
You'd have to watch next tomorrow's next
Oh, it's
week.
like a cliffhanger.
I was going to swear then. It's a rubbish cliffhanger. If you like gin, then maybe.
Yes, so we're going back to Anderson's tomorrow to make our own gin. And we'll tell you more about that, but we get to take our gins that we make home,
We do, but
which I'm
yes,
excited about. But
no more of that.
no.
After that, we went to the
Just
main
enough just to keep you interested.
After that, we went to the main dining room.
Yes, I overall was very impressed.
I was very impressed too. We went to Aqua, which I think is the smallest of the three main dining rooms.
I think there's 4.
Oh, anyway, it was small, which I liked. Like, it was small little rooms rather than one big space.
Yes.
And even though it was small, the tables were quite spread out, which I really liked.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pleasantly surprised by the food.
Yes, I would say. So my starter, I got the Scotch egg. My only letdown with the Scotch egg, and this was probably just my expectation of it more than anything, is every other time I've had a Scotch egg, and for the American listeners, I don't know if you know what a Scotch egg is. So basically it's an egg wrapped in meat, wrapped in breadcrumbs.
Sounds delicious.
And fried. It really is good. If you haven't had one, try it. Anyway, every time I've had a Scotch egg in a restaurant, it's always been hot, and the yolk has always been runny in the egg. This was not runny yolk and cold. Now, it was obviously supposed to be cold. It's not like it was supposed to be hot and they've let it go cold. So I'm not going to hold that against them. I think it was just my expectation of what it was going to be. So I only had half of it because I wasn't particularly enjoying it. It was tasty, but not what I wanted, I would say. You had?
I had the lamb balti samosas to start with. Really, really, really tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Piping hot, very tasty, lovely.
I tried them, can confirm.
Lovely, lovely.
Very,
lovely,
very
lovely.
tasty.
I had the chicken breast for mains, that was very tasty again. tastiest peas I've ever had. Very fresh tasting.
Really fresh. You said, because your, was it grandma?
No. Yeah, I said it tasted like I'd picked them off her bush.
He's in therapy. No, she used to grow peas and eating them straight out the pods, straight off the plant.
I used to eat the pod as well, if I'm honest.
Dirty. So you enjoyed that. I had the butter chicken.
That was really tasty, really nice.
Really good. And I said to you during the meal, I said, I forgot I was on a ship. I could have been in an Indian restaurant eating that. It was very nice.
We were very surprised. We were pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
However, the desserts, both of them weren't great. I mean, they were fine.
Yeah.
Nothing special.
No, I had a citrus steamed cake thing with custard.
School dinners.
It was back to the main dining room school dinner fiasco of MSc for that course.
Yeah, and I had coconut and passion fruit meringue, and it was nice, but nothing special.
No.
However, so it's the third cruise line's main dining room that we've done, and it's the best.
Yes, of all the main dining rooms that we've done, this was the best.
Yeah.
So
Loved
well
it.
done, P&O.
Yeah. We're going to try one of the other bigger main dining rooms later on, so we'll see if it
Yes.
lives up.
And tomorrow night we're at, and again this will be in the next video, we'll be at the chef's table. Not going to tell you what that is, because it sounds probably more intriguing than it is. After that we went to the glass house because, well, I wanted a cocktail and we ended up at the glass house and they don't do cocktails that I could see. But we both got a glass of fizz to take with us to the show.
To the Pink Show.
To the Pink Show.
Pink Tribute. What did you think?
Really talented singer. Doesn't sound an awful lot like Pink. There's a couple of songs.
Certain songs she definitely did sound like Pink.
Yeah. Who Knew? The song Who Knew? Who Knew she sounded so good? The song Who Knew? She sounded a lot like Pink in that one. So there were certain ones I was like, oh, really good. But talented singer, brilliant singer.
Yeah.
I just don't think it suits a sit-down theatre.
Well, she did get the people up dancing towards the end.
Yes.
But I think she had to basically drag them. Well, not drag them up, but like, people weren't forthcoming.
No. So after that, we did a quick loop around the Sky Dome.
Yes.
And there was a boy group on.
You caught the back end, so to speak.
Yeah, they were doing a mixture of. It sounded like a mixture of like boy band songs, so a bit of Take That and other boy bands that exist that I can't think of right now.
The only thing I'll say, we were in the Sky Dome only for literally a few minutes for the end of the show. It was hot in there.
Yeah, because it's normally the pool area, so I think they heat it because it's covered.
Yeah.
I think they heat it, and then there's something that comes out that covers the pool to give them more stage area. But the whole place is still as hot as it is during the day, so we didn't stay long there. And then we left there and went for a little nightcap at the Crow's Nest, which we said earlier would be a perfect place for a nightcap, and it was.
It was.
It was that.
It was a nice. There was a pianist tinkling on the ivory.
What did you just say?
You heard. Yeah, it was lovely, lovely. And now
He
we're
was
here.
very talented. So, lovely nightcap at the Crow's Nest, and now we're in bed. No pizzas tonight, because I'm still full from dinner.
Yeah, I am.
We will track down a pizza at some point. Maybe tomorrow night, because it is celebration night tomorrow night.
We can celebrate with a pizza.
We can celebrate with a pizza. Anyway.
We've been jabbering on for gone 10 minutes, maybe, I don't know. So, we will wrap this video up.
We hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, thumbs up please. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing, and you'll see the future videos that are coming up, which we've alluded to a little bit to entice you. But it's time for us to slumber. Very comfy bed.
Yeah, it's slightly scratchy bedding. We'll give more of a review on that when we've slept.
Yes. But for now, it is time to sleep. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. I should say good afternoon because you're watching this on a Sunday afternoon, but you might not be.
Bye.
Bye.